Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is Sunday. It is 7th of December. It is Pausha Masa or Narayana Masa. Krishna Pacham, Tadiyatidi. There are no Vaishnava events today in the calendar. But we have got Bhagavad Gita recitation in the evening. Okay, apart from that, we shall move into our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. The Srimad Bhagavatam, Maitreya Muni speaking to Vidura about the Brahma meditation and how Brahma is seeing the Supreme Personality of Godhead and his beautiful form. And that form is decorated with yellow garments and so many of jewels, so many of flower garlands and tulsi leaves. And he also the waist thread, which is called Mekalaya Nitambhe. It is very beautifully decorated and very valuable jewels. And Srivatsa symbol on his chest. And his body is gigantic on top of that. It is unimaginable. And he is only able to measure, we can measure only by his measurement. And there is nothing else to measure his body. And that body of the Lord occupying all the three planet systems, or it has absorbed all the three planetary systems, because they all come from the navel of Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. And the Lord is lying on the Adishesha, and his face is decorated with very gentle smiles. And whoever sees that face, and all of their distress will be completely removed. And his lips are very reddish, and he has very beautiful nose. And also the eyebrows also is nicely decorated in his face. So likewise, so much of beauty, it is Brahma is saying. So if we just recap those shlokas, and I request dear devotees, you also just recite these beautiful shlokas in your home and practice again and again. मृणालगौरायतशेषभोग पर्यङ्क एकं पुरुषं शयानं पनातपत्रायतमोद्धरत्न जुभिः तद्भान्तयुगान्ततो ये प्रेक्षां क्षिपन्तं हरितोपलाद्रेः सञ्जावृणीवेः उरुरुक्ममुद्नः रत्नादरौषधि सौमनस्य वनसृजवेणुभुजाङ्घ्रिपाङ्घ्रेः आयामतो विस्तृतः स्वमान देहेन लोकत्रयसङ्ग्रहेण विचित्रदिव्याभरणां शुकानां कृतश्रियापाशितवेषदेहं पुंसां स्वकामाय विविक्तमार्गैः अभ्यच्यतां कामदुगाङ्घ्रिपद्मं प्रदर्शयन्तं कृपया नकेन्दु मयूखभिन्नाङ्गुलिचारुपत्रं मुखेन लोकार्तिहरस्मितेन परिस्फुरत्कुण्डलमण्डितेन सोनायितेन अदरबिम्बभासा प्रत्यर्ह्यन्तं तुनसेन सुभ्रुव कदम्बकिञ्जल्कपिसिङ्गवाससा स्वलं कृतं मेखलया नितम्बे हारेण चानन्तधनेन वत्स श्रीवत्स वक्षसलवल्लभेन. So beautiful, very beautifully. It goes very rhythmically and glorifying the Lord with our kind of a kirtan and recitation, everything included. Within that sequence, today Brahma is saying further, the Lord is having again decorating with so many of jewels and again necklaces. It is glorified, and his hands are being spread very wider in the sense. So he has got four hands, four-handed form of the Lord. And who is the root of the entire universe? Who is the root of the entire universe? And it is also described like the tree. We can see the tree branches, leaves, and the fruits, flowers, and everything, but we cannot see the root. Similarly, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu within this universe, who is the source of or the root of the entire cosmic manifestation. And he is lying on the Adishesha. And sometimes we see some trees, for example, Sampenga trees, or Prabhupada mentions here sandalwood trees are decorated with not decorated, the snakes are attracted, and snakes are within those flower or plants or the trees. Likewise, the Lord is now on the Adishesha. He is decorated with the Adishesha. Okay, again, one more beautiful shloka. पराब्जकेयूरमणिप्रवेक पर्यस्तदोदण्डसहस्रशाकम् अव्यक्तमूलं भुवनाङ्घ्रिपेन्द्रं महेन्द्रभोगैरदिवीतवर्षम्. Parabja Parabja, and very valuable. Keyura is the ornaments. And Mani Preveka, very highly valuable jewels. Parabja Keyura Mani Preveka. So here when we go to the temples, for example, Ananta Padmanabha Swami temple, there are so much of gold and wealth. It is one of the examples we can see. So here, this is the practical in the Srimad Bhagavatam. But whatever we have discovered, this is the latest. Of course, they are all always there. Here, glories are always there in the Bhagavatam. Paradha Keyura Mani Preveka. And those ornaments are bedecked with so many highly valuable jewels. Okay. And Parajikeyur Mani Preveka Paryasta Dordanda Sahasra Shakam. Paryasta, disseminating Dordanda, his arms, Sahasra Shakam, with thousands of branches. It is just giving analogy. Paryasta Dordanda Sahasra Shakam. Avyakta Molam Bhunangri Pendram. Avyakta Moolam. He is self-situated. There is no further support for the Lord. He is the support for himself. Avyakta Moolam Bhonangri Pendram. Bhona is the all the universal. Angripa is the trees. Angripa means trees, because Angris are the feet, and they drink the water through the feet. They the roots spread into the earth, and then that is where they absorb all the food. They eat the food with the roots. Angripa. They drink the water with their roots. That's why their Angripa is trees. Bhonangripendram. Angripa Indram, the Lord. Ahindra Bhogai Radivita Valsham. Ahindra is the Anantadeva. Ahindra is Anantadeva. And then Bhogai, by his horse, he is also decorated on top of his. Ananta Shesha is Mrunala Ghaura, the Shesha Bhoga. He's so white. Ananta Shesha is the white color. And the Lord is lying on the Adishesha. Ahindra Bhogaihi, by his hoods. Adivita Valsham, he is surrounded. Valsham and his shoulders. So again, it is glorification of the Lord. Parajake Mani Preveka, Parjista Dordanda Sahasra Shakam, Avyakta Moolam Bhonangripendram, Ahindra Bhogai Radivita Valsham. A translation. As a sandalwood tree is decorated with fragrant flowers and branches, the Lord's body was decorated with valuable jewels and pearls. He was the self-situated tree, the Lord of all others in the universe, and as a sandalwood tree is covered with many snakes, so the Lord's body was also covered by the hoods of Ananta. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can you request Jai Vadmataji to read the word, please?
Yes, Hare Krishna, thank you. The word Avyakta Moolam is significant here. Generally, no one can see the roots of a tree. But as far as the Lord is concerned, He is the root of Himself, because there is no other separate cause of His standing but He Himself. In the Vedas, it is said that the Lord is Swashrayashraya. Swashrayashraya. Ashraya. Sorry. He is in his own support, and there is no other support for him. Therefore, Avyakta means the Supreme Lord Himself and no one else. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so here in this purport, Prabhupada is highlighting the Avyakta Moolam. Avyaktoyam, Achinchoyam, Adapyoyam. So Krishna says about the soul, the spirit soul. So here, whenever we speak about the Lord, in equality, all the living entities and Supreme Personality of Godhead in one, but in the quantity, the Supreme Lord is immeasurable. He is infinite. Living entities are infinitesimal. Okay, so here the word Avyakta Moolam is significant. Generally, no one can see the roots of the tree because they are in the underground. But as far as the Lord is concerned, He is the root of Himself because there is no other separate cause of His standing but He Himself. And Brahma, Lord Brahma, after in his prayers, he also addresses. So here it is mentioned Avyakta Moolam Bhonangripendram. There he also describes Yova Ahamcha. Vibhu Swayam Vibhu Yova Ahamcha, and also he mentions Lord Shiva and yourself personally. We three are like three different branches of the universal tree. Okay, that likewise he glorifies again in his prayers. With these prayers and these shlokas, it is glorification of the Lord. As soon as it is not that much easy to glorify the Lord like this, because whenever we are going to these words, in order to stay within our heart, we have to restrain ourselves from reading some kind of nonsensical literature. When otherwise they do not stay in our heart. So one can practically experience this. Yenna vrajantyaga rachananuvada shunvanti yeni vishayaha kukata matignihi. That will kill the intelligence. It will not allow to stay these pure words within the heart. Whenever we stop that nonsensical literature's reading or remembering or engaging our self-mind in such kind of things, that is called Tadvaisam Tirtham, Vais Tirtham, place of the crows. Then if we do not come to the place where clear water, where Paramahamsas takes pleasure, then these beautiful glorifications, they will stay within our heart. Brahma says that Yova Ahamsha Girishasya Vibhusvayamcha Sthiti Buddha Pralaya Hetava Atma Moolam Bhitva Tripad Buddha Ek Urupravaha Tasmai Namo Bhagavate Bhonadhrumaya. Bhonadhrumaya is the universal tree. This Brahma also glorifies the Lord. But it is not that much easy to glorify the Lord also. Again, Lord Brahma, he mentions to Narada Muni that Lord Anantadeva, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he himself, by his first expansion as Anantadeva, with thousands of hoods, and he was glorifying himself, but he has not completed all his glories. And what to speak of ourselves? Likewise, Brahma says to Narada Muni. So this is beauty of the Lord. And so in the Vedas, it is said that the Lord is Swa Ashraya, and he is his own support. Swa Ashraya. And there is no other support for him. Therefore, he is Abhyakta, means the Supreme Lord, he himself, and no one else. So Vishnu means all pervading. He who is spread everywhere. Antarbahir. So inside the universe, outside the universe, everything is situated within himself. Vishwadharam, Gagana Sadrisham, Vishwadharam, Gagana Sadrisham, Meghavarnaha Shubhangam. Okay, that is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, that is what here describing. Pararjakeyura Manipraveka, Parjastadodanda Sahasrashakam, Avyaktamulam Bhunangripendram, Mahindra Bhogairadivita Valsham. I also request dear devotees, kindly follow behind me, reciting this shloka line by line, and then you take the turns to recite this shloka. Pararjakeyura Manipraveka,
Parartyakerumanipraveka
Parjastadodanda
Paryastadodandasahasrasakam
Sahasrashakam
Avyaktamulam Bhunangripendram,
Avyaktamulam bhuvanagripendraм
Indram
Ahindra Bhogairadivita Valsham.
Ahindra
Ahindra
Bhogai
Bhogairadivita
Varsham.
Valmasam.
Advaita Valisham. Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
Pararjakeyura Manipraveka,
Radhatyakeyuramanipraveka
Parartyakerumanipraveka
Parjastadodanda Sahasrashakam,
Paryastadodanda
Sahasrashakam
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 Avyaktamulam Bhunangripendram,
Avyaktamulam
Avyaktamulam
Bhuvanagripendraм
Bhuvanagripendram
Bhuvanagripendraм
Ahindra Bhogairadivita Valsham.
Ahindra
Ahindra Bhogai Advaita
Bhogayadivita
Valsham
Valsham
Advaita Valsham
Next. Pararjakeyura Manipraveka,
Radhatyakeyuramanipraveka
Paradharika
Paryastadodanda Sahasrashakam,
Paryavastadodandra
Paryastadodanda
Sahasrashakam
Sahasrashakam
Avyaktamulam Bhunangripendram,
Avyaktamulam
Avyaktamulam
Bhuvanagripendraм
Bhuvanagripendraм
Ahindra Bhogairadivita Valsham.
Ahindra
Ahindra
Bhogai
Bhogera
Advaita
Advita
Advaita
Valsham.
Valasham.
Very beautiful. Who would like to go to recite?
I can try, Prabhuji. Parardhyakeyoramanipraveka Paryastadodandasahasrashakam Avyaktamulam Bhuvanengripendram Ahindra Bhoger Adivita Valsham. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Advaita Valsham.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji.
Can you help me, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Parartyakeyoramanipraveka Paryastadodandasahasrasakam Avyaktamulam Bhuvanagripendraм Ahindra Bhogera Valmasam.
Very nice.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. Lalita Mataji, would you like to go?
Yes, Prabhuji, I can try, Prabhuji. Pararadairaikyuramanipraveka Paryastadurandasahasrashakam Avyaktamulam Bhuvanagripendraм Ahindra Bhogai Advaita Valsham.
Adivita Valsham.
Advaita Valsham, right?
Adivita.
Advaita Valsham.
Adivita
Adivita
Valsham.
Valsham. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you for acting, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, can I try please?
Yes, Mataji.
Paratyakeyoramanipraveka Paryastadodandasahasrashakam Avyaktamulam Bhuvanendrapendram Ahindra Bhogeradvita Valsham. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Do we have Meena Mataji to recite?
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Paratyakeyoramanipraveka Paryastadodandasahasrasakam Avyaktamulam Bhuvanadipendra Ahindra Bhoge Adivita Adivita Valsham. महीन्द्रभोगे अधिवीतवर्षम्. Hare
Very
Krishna.
nice. Thank you, Mataji. So beautifully recited. Gauringi Mataji, would you like to go?
Okay, Balaji. Hare Krishna. Prarardhakiyurmani praveka paryasta dodanda sasakam abhektamulam bhuvanangripendram ahinda bhogaidivita vasalam savasam
Adivita Valsham.
avivita valsam.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Hemlata Mataji, are you available? Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Prabhu, I will be in and out of the class. So sorry, Prabhu, but I'll try now. Yeah, I'm free at the moment. Paradhyakeyoramani praveka पर्यस्तदोर्दण्डसहस्रशाखम् अव्यक्तमूलं भुवनाङ्गिपेद्र अहीन्द्रभोगे अधिवीतवल्सम्. Hare Krishna.
Very beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. Sorry, Prabhu. There will be sounds behind, so please ignore.
Thank you, Mataji. We don't hear anything.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, this is Parajyakeyura Manipraveka Padyastadodanda Sahasrashakam Avyaktamulam Bhunangripendram Ahindra Bhogairadivita Valsham. So beautiful. Anyone else again wanted to go? Once more.
I can try, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
परार्धैकेयूरमणिपूर्प्रवैकै पर्यास्तधोरन्दसहस्रशाकम् अव्यक्तमूलं भुवनाङ्घ्रिपेन्द्रम् अहेन्द्रभोगैरद्वितवल्श्यम्. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Apologies. Mistakes, Prabhuji.
Very beautiful, Mataji. Very nice. Anyone else? Sakshi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, can I try please?
Yes, Mataji.
पराध्यकेयूरमणि प्रवेका पर्यस्तदोर्दण्डसहस्रशाखम् अव्यक्तमूलं भुवनेन्द्रपेन्द्रम् अहेन्द्रभोगैरद्वीतवल्शम्. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Anyone else want to go again?
Okay, Prabhu.
Yes,
Okay.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Mataji going? You going first?
Okay.
Okay, Mataji.
परार्ध्यकेयूरमणि प्रवेका पर्यस्तदोर्दण्डसहस्रशाकम् अव्यक्तमूलं भुवनाङ्घ्रिपेन्द्रम् रवीन्द्रभोगैरधिवीतवल्सम्. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Okay. Parardhakeyurmanipravika paryastadodandasasakam abhiktamulam bhuvanangripendram ahindra bhogaira adahivita valsam.
Thank you, Mataji. David Mataji.
Yes, thank you. Hare Krishna. Parardhyakeyoramani praveka paryastadordandasahasrashakam avyaktamulam bhuvanengripendram ahindra bhoger advita valsham. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Meena Mataji.
पराध्यकेयूर्मणिप्रवेक पराध्यकेयूर्मणिप्रवेक प्रयस्तदोदण्डसहस्रशाकम् अव्यक्तमूलं भुवनाद्रीन्द्रम् अहीन्द्रभोगे अधितत्ववर्षम् अधिवैतवर्षम्.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Very nicely recited. Hemlata Mataji, would you also go again?
Yeah, Hare Krishna. परार्ध्यकेयूरमणिप्रवेका प्रवेका पर्यस्तदोर्दण्डसहस्रशाखम् अव्यक्तमूलं भुवनाङ्घ्रिपेन्द्रम् अहीन्द्र भोगेर अधिवीतवल्सम्. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so we also grab this is Parajakeyoramani Praveka Paryasta Dodanda Sahasrashakam Avyaktamulam Bunam Ripendram Ahindra Bhogairadevipadalsham. So just getting imitating Mataji's so beautiful, relishing in a different same thing, relishing how every devotee relishes that part while glorifying the Lord. That is the where the mellow comes, the varieties, variegatedness. Okay, and that is the beauty of the Lord. Again, there is one more shloka comes. There is no purport for the next shloka, but only the shloka. This is again a beauty, how it goes. And the Lord, he is on the Adishesha, and Adishesha in the Garbhodaka ocean. And sometimes he goes inside the water and comes outside. And Adishesha has got thousands of hoods, thousands of helmets. And it is like that sometimes golden mounts going inside the water and coming up. Likewise, it is this shloka describes चराचरको भगवन्महीद्रम् अहीन्द्रबन्धुं शैलोपघोडं किरीटसाहस्रहिरण्यशृङ्गम् आविर्भवत्कौस्तुभरत्नगर्भम् चराचरको भगवन्महीद्रम् महीन्द्रबन्धुं शैलोपघोडं किरीटसाहस्रहिरण्यशृङ्गम् आविर्भवत् कौस्तुभरत्नगर्भम्. So here Charachara ko Bhagavan Mahidram. Chara is the moving animals. Achara is the non-moving trees. Chara, Achara. Charachara ko Vokaha is the place of or place or situation. Charachara ko Bhagavan Mahidram. Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Mahidram is the mountain. The gigantic. His form is gigantic. And all these universes are situated within that lotus flower, at the stem of the lotus flower. And still, when the Lord is moving within that Garbhodaka waters, we do not feel all those things. Okay, so but here, whenever we see in the very high level, how do we observe that when the Lord is moving, still we do not feel that one? It is our practical experience. Whenever something wheel is moving, the speed of the wheel we can see most on the edges of the wheel, but at the center of the wheel we do not see that speed. It is fixed. Okay, so Bhagavan Mahidram, all moving and non-moving animals, creatures, they are all situated within that form of the Lord. Okay, Characharoko Bhagavan Mahidram, Ahindra Bandham Sarilopa Bhodam. Ahindra Bandham. Ahindra Bandham is the Shri Anantadeva is a friend of the Lord. Ahindra Bandham Salilopa Bhodam. And Salila is the water, Upaghodam is submerged within that water. Kirita Sahasra Hiranya Shrungam, and there are helmets of the Anantadeva, Ahindra, helmets, Kirita Sahasra, thousands of gold peaks. They are appearing like a gold peaks. Kirita Sahasra Hiranya Shrungam, Avirbhavat Kostuba Ratna Garbham. Avirbhavat and manifested Avirbhavat and Kaustubha, the Kaustubha jewel, Ratna Garbham portion. Though it is appearing like it is straightforward and simple here, Prabhupada gives very beautiful descriptions of the translation. Characharoko Bhagavan Mahidram Ahindra Bandhum Sailopa Bhodam Kirita Sahasra Hiranya Shrungam Avirbhavat Kaustubha Ratna Garbham. Translation: like a great mountain The Lord stands as the abode for all moving and non-moving living entities. He is the friend of the snakes because Lord Ananta is his friend. As a mountain has thousands of golden peaks, so the Lord was seen with the thousands of golden helmeted hoods of Anantanaga. And as a mountain is sometimes filled with jewels, so also his transcendental body was fully decorated with valuable jewels. As a mountain is sometimes submerged in the ocean water, so the Lord is sometimes submerged in the water of devastation. Okay, so beautifully this is described like the चराचरोको भगवन्महीद्रम् अहीन्द्रबन्धुं सलिलोकघोडं किरीटसाहस्रहिरण्यशृङ्गम् आविर्भवत्कौस्तुभरत्नगर्भम्. Can I request again, dear devotees, I shall follow behind me line by line, and then after that you take the turns to recite the shloka. चराचरोको भगवन्महीद्रम्
चराचरोऽपो भगवान् महीन्द्रम्
अहीन्द्रबन्धुं सलिलोकघोडम्
अहेन्द्रबन्धुं सलिलोकघोडम्
किरीटसाहस्रहिरण्यशृङ्गम्
किरीटसाहस्रहिरण्यशृङ्गम्
आविर्भवत् कौस्तुभरत्नगर्भम्.
आविर्भवत्कौस्तुभरत्नगर्भम्.
Once again. चराचरोको भगवन्महीद्रम्
चराचरोऽपो भगवान् महीन्द्रम्
अहीन्द्रबन्धुं सलिलोकघोडम्
अहीन्द्रबन्धुं सलिलोकघोडम्
किरीटसाहस्रहिरण्यशृङ्गम्
किरीटसहस्रहिरण्यशृङ्गम्
आविर्भवत् कौस्तुभरत्नगर्भम्.
आविर्भवत्कौस्तुभरत्नगर्भम्.
Once again. चराचरोको भगवन्महीद्रम्
चराचरोऽपो भगवान् महीन्द्रम्
अहीन्द्रबन्धुं सलिलोकघोडम्
अहीन्द्रबन्धुं सलिलोकघोडम्
किरीटसाहस्रहिरण्यशृङ्गम्
किरीटसहस्रहिरण्यशृङ्गम्
आविर्भवत् कौस्तुभरत्नगर्भम्.
आविर्भवत्कौस्तुभरत्नगर्भम्.
Yes, very beautiful. If you would like to go first.
I'll go, Prabhu. Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
Mataji.
चराचरौकौ भगवन् महीन्द्रम् महीन्द्रबन्धुं सलिलोपगूढम् किरीटसाहस्रहिरण्यशृङ्गम् आविर्भवत् कौस्तुभरत्नगर्भम्.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Goringa Mataji, would you like to go? Lalita Mataji, would you like to go?
Yes, Prabhuji, I'll go, Prabhuji. I can try. चराचराको भगवान् महीन्द्रम् आहीन्द्रबन्धं सलिलोपगूढं किरीटसाहस्रहिरण्यशृङ्गम् आविर्भवत् कौस्तभरत्नगर्भम्. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Goringa Mataji.
Hare Krishna. चराचरोको भगवान् महीन्द्रम् अहीन्द्रबन्धुं सलिलोपगूढं किरीटसहस्रहिरण्यशृङ्गम् आविर्भवत् कौस्तुभरत्नगर्भम्.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Sakshi Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. चराचरोको भगवान् महीन्द्रम् अहीन्द्रबन्धुं सलिलोपगूढं किरीटशास्त्र हिरण्यशृङ्गम् Avirbhavat Kaustubharatnagarbham. Sorry for my mistake, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Meena Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण चराचरूपो भगवन् महीन्द्र चराचरूपो भगवन् महीन्द्र अहीन्द्रबन्धु सलिलोपगोत्रम् किरीटसहास्रहिरण्य संगो आविर्भव भवक्तोस्तु रत्नगर्भम् हरे कृष्ण
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. David Mataji, would you like to go?
Hare Krishna. Yes, thank you. Charachuroko Bhagavan Mahidram Ahindra Bandhum Salilopagudham Kirita Sahasra Shiranya Shringam Avir Bhavata Kaustubharatna Garbham. Hare Krishna, thank you.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Hemlata Mataji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. चराचरको भगवान् महीन्द्रम् अहीन्द्रबन्धुं सलिलापगूढम् किरीटसहस्राहिरण्यशृङ्गम् आविर्भवात् कौस्तुभरत्नगर्भम् हरे कृष्ण.
Very beautiful, Mataji. Asha Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I'll try. चराचरको बहवान् महिद्रम् अहीन्द्रबन्धुं सलिलोपगुदम् किरीटसहस्रहिरण्यशृङ्गम् आविर्भवत् कौस्तुभरत्नगर्भम्. Hare Krishna.
Very beautiful. Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. चराचरको भगवन् महीन्द्रम् अहीन्द्रबन्धुं शैलोपगूढम् किरीटसाहस्रहिरण्यशृङ्गम् आविर्भवत् कौस्तुभरत्नगर्भम्. So pleasing. Again, devotees, would you like to try again?
Yes, yeah.
Yes, Mataji, please go ahead.
Charachoroko Bhagavan Mahidram. Sorry. Charachoroko Bhagavan Mahidram Ahindra Bandhum Salilopagudham Kirita Sahasra Hiranya Shringam Avir Bhavat Kostubharatna Garbham. Hare Krishna, thank you.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Vishnu Mataji, would you like to go again?
I can try Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
चराचराको भगवान् महीन्द्रम् आहीन्द्रबन्धं सलिलोपगूढम् किरीटसहस्रहिरण्यशृङ्गम् आविर्भवत् कौस्तभरत्नगर्भम्. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Very nice. So
Hare
beautiful, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Very good, Mataji. Would you like to go? Gauringi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Okay. चराचरको भगवान् महीन्द्रम् अहीन्द्रबन्धुं सलिलोपगूढम् किरीटसहस्रहिरण्यशृङ्गम् आविर्भवत् कौस्तुभरत्नगर्भम्.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. So here this word, it is Mahidram. There is no end there. Mahidram. Mahidram is the mountain. If there is Mahindram, then it will go to the Indra. It is not Indra. It is Bhagavan, like a gigantic mountain. Characharuko Bhagavan Mahidram. And Ahindra Bandhum Salilopa Ghodam. Kirita Sahasra Hiranyashrungam. Avirbhavat Kaustubharatna Garbham. Okay, very beautiful.
I can try Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji, please.
चराचरोको भगवन्महेन्द्रम् अहीन्द्रबन्धुं सलिलपगूढं किरीटसहस्रहिरण्यशृङ्गम् आविर्भवत् कौस्तुभरत्नगर्भम्. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Meena Mataji.
चराचरुको भगवन् महीन्द्र अहीन्द्रबन्धु सलिलोपगोटं किरीटसाहस्र हिरण्यशङ्ख शृङ्ग आविर्भव कौस्तुभ sorry आविर्भक्तो कौस्तुरत्नगर्भम्. This was remind me Padmanabh temple.
Yes.
Exactly the translation was exactly over there, like deity, so beautiful.
Yes, Mataji.
And also like Rangana, Sri Rangam, also similar.
Yes. Yes. So beautiful. Anyone else? Hemlata Mataji.
Hare Krishna. चराचरको भगवान् महीन्द्रम् अहीन्द्रबन्धुं सलिलोपगूढम् किरीटसहस्रहिरण्यशृङ्गम् आविर्भवात् कौस्तुभरत्नगर्भम्. Hare Krishna.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Okay.
I can go, Prabhu, again.
Yes, Mataji.
चराचरको भगवन्महिन्द्रम् अहीन्द्रबन्धुं सलिलोपगूढं किरीटसहस्रहिरण्यशृङ्गम् आविर्भवत्कौस्तुभरत्नगर्भम्. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. Asha Mataji.
चराचरको बहवन्महित्रम् अहीन्द्रबन्धुं सलिलोपगूदम् किरीटसहस्रहिरण्यशृङ्गम् आविर्भवत् कौस्तुभरत्नगर्भम्.
Hare Krishna. Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Anyone else left for the second time?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. May I?
Yes, Mataji.
चराचरोको भगवन् महेन्द्रम् अहीन्द्रबन्धुं सलिलोपगूढं किरीटसहस्रहिरण्यशृङ्गम् आविर्भवत् कौस्तुभरत्नगर्भम्. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, again, this is a glorification. It is one will please so much when we glorify the Lord, and Lord will be very pleased. Again, evam etad harimedaso harehe. This is again described in some part. Shinvita bhaktya shravitu voshtam janardhanasyasu puri prasidati. The Lord is very pleased when the devotees are glorifying the Lord like that. So the Lord says, Tatra Tishtaminarada Yatra Madbhanti Gaya. Yatra Madbhakta Gayanti. So something like that, Lord says to Narada. Where my devotees are glorifying me, I am always present there. Tatra Tishtaminarada. Okay, so that is from here. Can I request again any devotees? Hemlata Mataji, would you like to read the translation, Mataji?
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Like a great mountain, the Lord stands as the abode for all moving and non-moving living entities. He is the friend of the snakes because Lord Ananta is his friend. As the mountain has thousands of golden peaks, so the Lord was seen with the thousands of golden helmeted hoods of Anantanag. And as the mountain is sometimes filled with jewels, so also his transcendental body was fully decorated with valuable jewels. As a mountain is sometimes submerged in the ocean water, so the Lord is sometimes submerged in the water of devastation. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, we shall move to Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today, letter to Balimadana, January 16th, 1971, Bombay. Sakshi Mataji, would you like to read this letter, Mataji?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, did you take my name? Sorry.
Yes, Mataji.
Oh, sorry about it. Yes, Prabhuji, I would be very happy to do that. Hare Krishna. This is the letter from by Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada, letter to Bali Mardana. My dear Bali Mardana, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your letter dated 24th December 1970 and noted the contents gladly. I'm very happy to know that everything is going on well in Sydney Yatra as well as in Hong Kong and Singapore. I'm very eager for you to develop your area, and so far there is good promise of our successful preaching work there. I have already notified other centers to send immediately literatures to you, and I am now printing again third edition Krishna book. So how many will you need Krishna volume 1? Is it easier to ship from Tokyo direct to Singapore? Please keep me regularly informed of your activities. Hope this will meet you in good health. Your ever well-wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. Can you take your points, Mataji?
Yes, so basically this is the letter from Srila Prabhupada to Bali Mardana. And in this letter, he acknowledges the receipt of his letter, which was dated 24th of December 1970. And Srila Prabhupada says that he was very happy to know that everything is going on well in the Sydney and Hong Kong Yatra and in Singapore Yatra. And he is very eager to know as how he would develop in the area that is in Singapore. Basically, Bali Mardana is based in Singapore. So Srila Prabhupada would like to know how he would develop in Singapore, and he believes that there is a good promise of successful preaching in Singapore. And Srila Prabhupada further encourages him, saying that he's notified other centers to send literatures to him, and informs him that he is printing the third edition of Krishna book, and he would like to know as to how many Krishna volume 1 books will he require. He's taking his advice as to is it easier for him to ship the literature, the books basically from Tokyo direct to Singapore. And Srila Prabhupada request him to keep him in regularly informed of his activities, and wishes him good health. Yes, Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Very nicely explained. Summarize this lesson. Okay, any other points that you wanted to add? Okay, that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. It is spreading Krishna consciousness. So whatever the happiness we experience in Krishna consciousness, chant and be happy and follow the regulative principles, free from all contamination, free from the material entanglement, engage in the devotional service and live happily, so that you will attain the perfection of human life. This simple process, Prabhupada is very eager to spread throughout the world. Okay, and as soon as Prabhupada sees good improvement, then he's encouraging them. Again, so for that everything, books are the basis. So we need to print the books and then distribute it. There are so many conditioned souls existing in this world. It's a proper enlightenment. Okay, that is my takeaway as well. Thank you, Mataji. And from the announcements point of view, so today evening we have got again Gita Jayanti Bhagavad Gita recitation starting at 6 p.m. It is our upcoming event. And dear devotees, if you have got any updates or you wanted to share anything on Krishna consciousness, kindly do so. Otherwise, we shall move to the Ramayana part. If you have got any questions as well on Bhagavatam, kindly share.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. It's just probably a stupid question, but in the verse that we just last read, he says, Lord is very pleased with his friend Ananda, but he is himself, isn't he? Just an expansion. It's just the way it is. Lord Ananda is his friend.
Yes.
It's just the way it's written, I suppose, that his friend, but they are like expansion, isn't it? That's the expansion of.
Yes. He is the expansion and he is enjoying. Whenever he enjoys by his Hladini Shakti, Radha Krishna Pranay Vikriti, Hladini Shakti Rasma, Ekatmana, Ekatmana, only one. Ekatmana Vapi, though he is one person, Api, Bhuvipura Deha Bedam Gatoto. But still he takes two forms, Krishna and Radha. And still for his enjoyment, he expands himself, Ananta. And then further, these are all Vilas Vigrahas.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, thank you. Yes, that's the only sort of like reflection I had when I was reading. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, can I just ask another question, please? In the same verse, Prabhuji, just if you scroll down in the translation,
Yes.
the last sentence, the Lord is sometimes submerged in the water of devastation. Could you please explain a little more about water of devastation? I did not understand this. Thank you, Prabhuji.
This is again coming to here, Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. So here he is lying on Anantasesha, so Garbhodaka waters, and sometimes Anantasesha goes inside the waters, Garbhodaka waters. This universe, it is half of the universe filled with this Garbhodaka water. This is also called devastating water. And when Anantadev goes inside, Lord also goes inside. Again, in next shloka, it describes the part where there is not even sun and moon are existing. That light does not come. So that one, it goes in the Nivitamamnaya Madhurata Shriya Swakirtimaya Vanamalaya Harim Suryendu Vayu Agni Agamam Tridamabihi Parikramat Pradhanikaihi Durasadam. They did not even enter into that. So here he was protected by Sudarshana's wheel for fighting, and even the sun, moon, air, fire could not have access to him. It is in that water. So this is the form of the Lord. Again, coming back to this shloka here. So here in the Garbhodaka waters, the Ananta says thousands of words. Here, of course, the picture shows very few for the easy and convenience purposes. But the ocean is huge, devastating water, Garbhodaka ocean. This is not the salt water that we see, which is surrounded. And we are in the Earth planet here, Bhumandala. All the planets, 14 planet systems, they are just stem of the lotus flower. On top of it, Lord Brahma says, this lotus flower came from the navel of Garbhodaka Vishnu. And there is also on the navel, again there is the word Nabhifadam. There is also small lake. That means, and the navel itself, there is a lake means, which is small, from where this lotus flower comes. We can imagine how big the body of the Lord Vishnu and how big further Garbhodaka ocean would be. And this Anantasesha is going inside and sometimes goes outside. It is again giving a poetic description of and glorifying the Lord in a very beautiful way. Coming inside, coming outside, and going inside. Very nicely. The beauty of glorifying the beauty of the Lord.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Very well explained. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Anything else, dear devotees?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I always think, and this question is in my mind because it's always said that Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, they all are responsible for whatever happening around. Was there any distraction ever happened?
Destruction ever happened?
Distraction in the sense, I mean, like Lord Shiva is responsible for the distraction ultimately, isn't it?
Yes.
Eventually. So was it happen ever in the universe or in the
Yes.
centuries or wherever? So when was it? Because I haven't heard about it and it's not mentioned. I mean, we haven't gone through any scriptural statement.
Okay. Yes, Mataji. So here, whenever the Samudra Mandana, if we see Mashavatara, the pastimes of the Mashavatara, it happens. It is, I think it is the 10th incarnation. I think 10th or 11th incarnation. Chakshodi Samplave. Now Yaropya Mahimayam Apad Vaivashudum Manu. And there, during the end, at the end of the Chakshusha Manvantara and beginning of the Vaivasvata Manvantara, so there is a devastation. At that time, the Lord has come in the Matsyavatara, so in the form of a fish, and then he has come to that Vaivasvata Manu, and who is the son of the sun god. And then so how the small fish came into his pot, water pot, and then later on it became. So during that time, that is the end of the Chakshusha Manvantara, that is sixth Manvantara of Brahma's day. In Brahma's day, it has got 14 Manvantaras. First one is the Swayambhu Manvantara, second and third, fourth and fifth and sixth. Sixth one is the Chakshusha Manvantara. And seventh is the Vaivasvata Manvantara. Before Vaivasvata Manvantara, there is a inundation. At that time, Matsyavatara is there. And in the beginning of the first Swayambhu Manvantara, at that time, the complete earth was submerged into the Garbhodaka ocean completely. At the time, when the Brahma was creating all the, in his first day, he was creating in his first, beginning of his this day, we are in the Brahma's day. Previously, he has got many other days. In this day, when he was again creating, he created so many sages and the Prajapatis, and then he gives Swayambhumanu. They're all sages and the Prajapatis, and also he creates Swayambhumanu, the human being, first to spread progeny more, and then he asks Swayambhumanu, my dear child, you go and yourself and Satarupa go and expand the progeny. And then as soon as he gives, and then Swayambhumanu, where should I go, my dear father? I will do it. Where should I go? At the moment, there is no earth, which is the source for all the living entities, which is shelter. And then Brahma was contemplating, oh, is it again gone into the water? So now how to lift that one? It is only Lord can help. At that time, from his nostril, this small Varaha Toko. It is small angus. It has fall from his nose in a small form, and then it has grown uh, it was Angushta Parimanakaha. Varakatoko Angushta Parimanaka. And then grown very big. Chanad Ganda Sila Samaha. In a moment of time, it has grown very big in the sky. And then they all glorifying and Varahadev jumped into the water and lifted the earth on his tusks. Okay, that one it is very beautiful. Yeah, it describes there. Savajra Nipata Vega, Visidnu Pukshi, Sanenu Dhanwan, Ustrustadir Gormi, Bujerivartaha, Chukrosha Igneshwara Pahimeti. Again, how he lifts that earth from the waters, Garbhodaka waters, it is described. That is the first Manvantara. And the sixth Manvantara, this is the again inundation. And our Acharyas, Jiva Goswami and Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura, they describe that at every end of every millennium, there may be small devastations. Likewise, they describes, but there are different perceptions. But we are as people, when we have got so much of enthusiasm, we wanted to know. But when all our energy is gone, what it matters to me? Let me just do whatever easily I can do. Chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, that is sufficient for me. That is what we would feel. But when we are energetic in the young age, and then we wanted to know many things. But that is really good. Inquisitiveness, Atto Brahm Vidhyasa. But yes, there are inundations happen, but we have not seen. Sometimes we see small things like in um, this is called tsunamis, like that. Many people are going, they'll be dying and that during that earthquakes, tsunamis, like that. But again, in the at the end of the millenniums, again the Ananta from the mouth of Anantadeva, so much of the fire, blazing of fire that will come from his mouth, and then it will spread throughout the universe, and then all the universe also will be burnt up. Again, that will spread up to Maharloka, and people who are below that point, they will go to the Maharloka on top of those planets, and they will go further upper and upper, and until they would stay until the where Lord Brahma says until Brahmaloka. But when the Brahma's time comes to end, and they will also leave along with Lord Brahma to the spiritual abode. But it takes a long time. But devotees, Brahma says that it is all auspicious, how valuable the human life. Yebhyatitamapichano dugatim prapanna jnanam chattva vishim saha dharmam yatra. But taking the human form and then execute the devotional service within a less time, and we can go back to the spiritual world. But Brahma's time, it is very long, that many trillion, 311 trillion years, he need to stay within this universe. And in front of him, so many people are going into the spiritual world. He always thinks, when I would go like that. There are again, it comes in the Sri Brahmavayutta Mahapurana, conversations between Narada Muni and Brahma. He says that Narada Muni just go and get married. And Narada Muni says that, my dear father, I don't want to get married. Then the conversation, I will also, the Narada Muni want to do devotional service. Brahma says in a little bit of opposite way, I will also go. What is the use for me to create everything and create the children and expanding progeny? I will also engage myself, and in the devotional service, I go back to Goloka Vrindavan to Krishna. Brahma also says in that way. Everyone are trying to go back to the Goloka Vrindavan. So here the main point, there is even the so adantu antah so so antah ananta antah kalah anadi adikrud avyeh janam janena janayan maryan mrityunantakam. At the end of the time, even the Murti Devata also will be taken out by the time factor. So anantu antah kalah anadi adikrud avyeh. It is described again. That is the devastations. Number of devastations are there, small and bigger, like that. but we have not seen that one. Our lifespan is very tiny. If we get small fever and the bodily pains, we cannot tolerate. We don't know how. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, one more thing. What's the meaning of Hiranyagarbha?
Hiranyagarbha is
It says here Hiranya means gold, Garbha means garb. So is it referred to Lord Vishnu or because I have heard this word while in some of the shlokas we
it is
chant while doing some puja and all.
it is Hiranyashrungam.
Here it is Hiranyashangam, but there is word Hiranyagarbha also. So I always thought that it was for the Lord Vishnu.
That comes as part of Brahma Samhita, where Lord Brahma is the who is called Hiranyagarbha Brahma. Hiranyagarbha Brahma is the one who is the uh, source for all of the Brahmas in all other universes. Hiranyagarbha Brahma.
So Hiranyagarbha means is referring to Brahma, not for Vishnu, na?
Yes, so here the same Hiranyagarbha is the principal seminal creating energy of every Brahma belonging to each of the infinite universes. Hiranyagarbha Brahma.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
Vishnu is different, Hiranyagarbha Brahma is different.
okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Yeah, it's okay.
Would you like to read this bit, Mother, just only up to
Okay.
point?
Okay, I'll read. The divine Purusha lying in the ocean of milk, the same who is the regulator of all individual souls, is Sri Vishnu. And Hiranyagarbha, the seminal principle, the portion of the Supreme Lord, is the prime progenitor who is different from the four-faced Brahma. Different from the four-faced Brahma. The same Hiranyagarbha is the principle of seminal creating energy of every Brahma belonging to each of the infinity of universes. I didn't understand about this.
Okay. Yes, Mataji.
Because it's referring to Vishnu also. The divine Purus lying in ocean of milk is Vishnu.
Yeah, would
And
you
then
read this translation, Mataji?
okay, the same Mahavishnu created Vishnu from his left limb, Brahma, the first progenitor of beings, from his right limb, and from the space between his two eyebrows, Shambhu, the divine masculine manifested. Hello.
Okay,
So,
sure. Thank you,
yes.
Mataji.
No,
Here,
Prabhu. You explain.
okay. First, I know your questions, Mataji. And that's I'm just trying to just tell, and then I'll hear you again. So here the shloka Vamangad Asrijit Vishnu Dakshinangad Prajapatim Jyotirlingamayam Shambham Kotyadesha Davashrijat. So the Mahavishnu who is outside of all other universes. This is Mahavishnu, Karnodaka Sai Vishnu. From his left side, he creates one more Vishnu. From his right side, he creates Brahma. From his eyebrows, he creates Shambhu. Shambhu is here, we can see, but there is, we do not, the picture does not show here, but actually there is a Brahma in his right side and Vishnu in the left side. He created those three personalities by Mahavishnu. Now, those three personalities are outside of all other universes. They are outside of all other universes. And the Brahma who is created from the right side of Mahavishnu, he is called Hiranyagarbha Brahma. And left side is Vishnu. And what these three people, Shambhu, Vishnu, and Hiranyagarbha Brahma will do, they will give their potencies. Whenever Vishnu, he expands, first of all, he enters into every universe. Which Vishnu? The second Vishnu who was created from the left of the Karnadaksai Vishnu. So that Vishnu, he enters into each and every universe. And then he will go as a Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. Then now the Brahma Hiranyagarbha Brahma, he gives the potency to the Brahma who is coming from the navel of Garbhodaka Sai Vishnu. In our universe, he is a Chaturmukha Brahma. There is another bigger universe, he may be having 100 heads, 100-headed Brahma. Another universe may be 1,000-headed Brahma, another may be 10,000-headed Brahma. But for all those Brahmas, the Brahma who is here created by Mahavishnu, he is called Hiranyagarbha Brahma. He gives the potency to all other Brahmas. And he is different from all other Brahmanas. He is like a father of all other Brahmas. And similarly, the Shambhu also. Again, based on the universe, sometimes their appearance, sometimes Brahma appears first. Likewise, in a different pastimes we could see. We can see from the scriptures, but we don't have that much lifetime to see everything in front of our eyes. Okay, now coming back to here, see this one. If you read it again, would you like to go and read Mataji again here?
Yeah. Okay. The same Mahavishnu created Vishnu from his left limb, Brahma, the first progenitor of beings, from his right limb. And is it upper limb or lower limb, Prabhu?
From right limb means right shoulder, we can say.
Shoulder, okay. From the space between his two eyebrows, Shambhu, the divine masculine, manifested. Hello, purport. The divine Purusha lying in the ocean of milk, the same who is the regulator of all individual souls, is Sri Vishnu. And Hiranyagarbha, the seminal principle, the portion of the Supreme Lord, is the prime progenitor who is different from the four-faced Brahma. The same Hiranyagarbha is the principle of seminal creating energy of every Brahma belonging to each of the infinity of universes. Okay, Prabhu. So what I understand from here is so the Brahma which is originated from Lord's right limb is the mm, one face Brahma, and is the father of all other Brahmas, those who are situated in other universes, infinite universes. Is it like this, Prabhu?
Yes,
He
Mataji.
doesn't have four face. He is just one face Brahma.
That we cannot, that is not mentioned, but he is Brahma at the moment.
So who is Chaturface Brahma they are talking about in here?
Chaturmukha Brahma is this, our Brahma, our universe is Chaturmukha.
Okay. Okay. All right. So that Brahma could have many faces, or could be any
Yeah, could
any
be. But when we
any
read the scripture, then we understand.
we
At the
don't know.
moment,
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, understood, Prabhu. Thank you. And one more thing, Prabhu. So who is Sadashiv? How Sadashiv is born then?
this Sadasiv is from the Vaikuntha planet.
Oh, he doesn't belong to this. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Understand.
Sadasiv, he is Vaikuntha. And there is again Mahakaladam. And there again it describes that Golokadamni Nidamni Talechitasya Devi Mahesh Haridamanuteshu Teshu. Within that one, Prabhupada describes furthermore Mahakaladam. So this is uh, the Shivadama. So next above Devi Dama is located Shivadama, one portion of which is called Mahakaladama, is enveloped in darkness. Interpenetrating this portion of Sivadama, there shines the Sadasiva Loka. So here in this picture, some part is in the Sadasiva, he's always in the Vaikuntha. This is like Brahma Jyoti. And some part is the Mahakaladama. It is penetrating within this material, within the Karana ocean. So that is, it is described interpenetrating this portion of Sivadhama that is called Mahakaladama, enveloped in darkness. But Sadasivaloka full of great light.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah, thank you, Hare Krishna. Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so that is. Any other questions, dear devotees? Okay,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I know I'm sorry I'm taking your time. Maybe I can ask next week. Or it was about Vara Avatar, because you mentioned, from my understanding, am I correct that there are like two incarnations of Lord Vara? One was when the Bhumi Devi was in the water, and Manu had to, the Lord took an avatar so he could bring it up, and then the progeny could start for Manu. But the second was during Hiranya, when he was playing with Bhumi Devi and he put it in the water, something like that.
yes, Mataji. So here, yes, we may be seeing only one incarnation. There are number of times, number of incarnations of the Lord. But we, in our society, we might have come across this, this incarnation, it might have happened only once. But actually, the same personality has appeared multiple times in the different millenniums. In the first beginning of the creation, it is Shvetavaraha. At that time, he appeared Shvetavaraha. That is one color, whitish color. And then later on, at the sixth Manvantara, what is that one? At the end of sixth Manvantara, again he has lifted the earth. During that time, it is Hiranyaksha. He was putting that earth in the waters, and he has killed at the time. But Hiranyaksha is the son of Hiranyaksha, they are the children of the Kashyap Prajapati and Diti Mata. Diti Mata is a daughter of Prasuti. So they go, it happens in the recent past times. Let us go what Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura, they describes about why Maitreya Muni was amalgamating those two pastimes here. When he was trying to speak about Swayambhu Manu during that time, appearance of Lord Varahadeva. Here he says that Varahadeva. So here according to Jiva Goswami, that the topics delineated here are of different millenniums. The present topics are of the Shweta Varaha millennium. The topics regarding Chakshusha millennium will also be discussed in this chapter. Okay, this one, and again this one here, there is again Jiva Goswami or Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, they describes about that. Incarnation of Lord Varaha in two different devastations. Jiva Goswami says, namely Chakshusha devastation and Swayambhuva devastation. This particular appearance of the boar incarnation actually took place in Swayambhuman, when all the planets other than the higher ones, Jana, Mahar, and Satya merged in the water of devastation. This particular incarnation of the boar was seen by the inhabitants of the planets mentioned above. And then Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti suggests that the sage Maitreya amalgamated both the boar incarnations in different devastations and summarized them in his description to Vidura. So this is the word if we see amalgamated. This is the Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakura suggests his opinion.
Yes, thank you, Prabhuji, because I felt as well that the timeline and that didn't quite match. It's only when then I read further and now that you explained it better, I can understand it more. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Say it is not only Varahadeva and also Lord Buddha is also there. There are Anjani Sutta Buddha and also Maya Devi son Buddha. Gautama Buddha is different from Anjani Sutta Buddha. Buddha incarnations are multiple, multiple incarnations are there. But we know Buddha means we think that it is just only incarnation of the Lord. That is Anjani Sutta. That is Supreme Personality of Godhead, but that does not refer to Gautama Buddha. Okay, there are a few things like that, many things. If you think for every incarnation, there are multiple times the same Lord has appeared. Okay, thank you, Mataji. Any other questions? Okay, so if there are no questions, we shall enter into Ramayana. Okay, in the Ramayana, so the chapter that we are going through is how to kidnap Sita. It is Ravana's plan. He's making plans and he went to the Maricha and then asking him to come with him to just appear in front of Sita Devi as the Maya deer so that Sita would be attracted and she will send Rama to catch that deer. And then meanwhile, I will kidnap Sita. And also, you imitate Lakshmana's voice and Lakshmana voice, and Lakshmana also come and to see if Rama is there, and then Sita will be alone. I will kidnap Sita. That is Ravana's plan. Okay, so now Maricha has come to that point, the hermitage where Ramchandra is there, and then Ravanasara, he does not have any intention to encountering the two brothers. He does not to face Rama and Lakshmana. And instead, he wanted to steal only Sita Devi. Okay, so in such a way, this deer, Maricha, he has turned himself into the deer and just wandering in the Rama's hermitage. And Sita was outside the hut plucking flower. She immediately saw the wonderful looking deer. Okay, there is a different description of the deer as well, how beautiful that deer is, but it is a demon. But other deers, normal deers, they could not come to that Maya deer. It is a demon. They understand because by the smell itself, they understand they run away. But a demon, Maricha, even though he is feeling to kill other deers and eat it, but he restrained his senses for that moment. Okay, now Sita Devi, she is calling Rama and Lakshmana just to say, "Come quickly, my lord, and bring Lakshman here. See, here is a sight to behold." Likewise, Sita Mata is calling. And then this is where we have stopped in the last session, where the Maya did attracted the Sita's eyes. Okay, we shall go read paragraph. Everybody will take a paragraph first, and then later on we will come and discuss at the end. Okay. Can I request Gauringi Mataji to read the first paragraph, Mataji? Hare Krishna, Gauringi Mataji. Lakshmi Mataji, would you like to read first paragraph?
Okay, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hearing Sita calling out again and again, the two princes came to her and saw the deer for themselves. Lakshman was immediately suspicious. This animal cannot actually be a deer. Never has such a deer looking like a bright jewel been seen anywhere upon the earth. This must surely be Rakshasa come in disguise. I suspect it is probably Maricha. Shall I read the other one also, Prabhu, or only this one?
Other devotees take turns.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Okay. Asha Mataji, second paragraph.
Hare Krishna. Lakshman recalled how Rama had spared Maricha's life previously. He knew the demon was capable of great mysticism and strongly suspected that some evil plan was afoot. But Sita was captivated. She interrupted Lakshman. Oh Rama, this wonderful animal has stolen my mind. Please fetch it to me. I would love to show it to my mother in law and your brothers. When we return to Ayodhya, we can keep it in the palace a, as a pet. I do not think that uh, such a beautiful creature can be Rakshasa. My lord, I must possess this gentle animal. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you, Mataji. Other devotee, take your time, please. Achi, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, yes, Prabhuji. Sita repeatedly besieged Rama to capture the deer, which remained close by. Rama felt obliged to satisfy his wife. He turned to Lakshmana. Dear brother, see how this deer has created such a burning desire in Sita. I must try to catch it for her. I've never seen a deer like this anywhere before. It defies description. If, as you say, it is a Rakshasa in disguise, then it must be put to death. Therefore, I shall chase it through these woods. Either I will bring it alive, or, having determined it to be a Rakshasa, slay it with my sharp arrows. Perhaps then I will make it superb skin for Sita. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Can you request that Garingi Mataji are available? Usha Mataji. Lalita Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu. Sorry.
Usha Mataji. Continue. Yeah.
Rama asked his brother to stand uh, close to Sita and guard the while he was gone. Like Lakshman, he also feared an attack from the Rakshasas. He told Lakshman that Jatayu was nearby and could assist him if necessary. Rama then fastened his sword to his belt and after trying on his two quivers, he grasped his bow. He then went towards the deer, which bounded away into the woods.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, sir.
Lalita Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. In fear, Maricha ran swiftly into the deep forest. Rama pursued him, moving through the trees with agility and speed. But Maricha kept ahead, sometimes appearing for a moment and then disappearing again, acting exactly like a deer. He bounded high in the air and glanced about fearfully. In this way, Maricha took Rama to a long distance from his hermitage. Rama felt helpless. Seeing the deer maintaining a constant lead over him, he stopped and leaned on a tree, exhausted and perspiring. He decided that Lakshmana's assessment was correct. This could not be an ordinary deer. He would have captured it by now if it were. Rama concluded that the deer was certainly a Rakshasa. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Devad Mataji, would you like to go for next character?
Yes, thank you, Hare Krishna. Spotting it emerging from a distant cluster of trees like the moon appearing from behind clouds, Rama took out an arrow. He imbued that shaft with celestial power and shot it at the deer. It streaked through the air, glowing like fire, seeking out its target. In a moment it struck Maricha and pierced him in the heart. The Rakshasa bounded as high as a palm tree and screamed in pain. As he crashed to the ground, he again assumed his actual form. Hare Krishna, thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Garinga Mataji are available. So everyone take a chance to read. Anyone else I have missed?
Can I?
You want to read one more paragraph?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yeah. Rama ran toward the dying Rakshasa. Maricha saw him approaching and remembered Ravana's instruction. With his dying breath, he let out a cry that could be heard for miles, perfectly imitating Rama's voice, which he vividly remembered from their previous encounters. Maricha cried, Lakshman, help me, alas Sita. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, thank you, Mataji. I shall read one paragraph and then I stop there and then we shall reflect. Okay. With that final cry, the Rakshasa died, his gigantic form covered in blood lying prostrate on the ground. Rama stood before the dead Rakshasa, filled with apprehension. This was obviously a plot by the demons. When Lakshman and Sita heard that cry, they became confused. Rama looked at Maricha's massive body. The voice of Rakshasa was hundreds of times more powerful than that of a man. Rama had been chasing the deer for an hour at least and was miles from the hermitage. The only thing to do was to run back. Rama immediately began to retrace his steps, thinking of Sita. He feared the worst. Okay, so this is the Ramayana part, and what we see how in our life, day-to-day life, we are attracted by the outside things. Here, Sita Mata was for a time being, she was attracted to the deer. And even she was attracted to deer, Lakshman. So Lakshman is the Adi Guru. Adi Guru, he is a Guru Tattvam. Balaram is a Guru Tattvam. And he is also, our spiritual master is representative of Guru Tattva or Balaram. That is spiritual master. Spiritual master, he always alerts us. As a spiritual master, he alerts disciples and he makes sure his disciple is in the right path. And then if disciples are not taking the right instructions on time, he will go in a wrong path. So here Lakshmana is telling that this animal cannot actually be a deer. Never has such a deer looking like a bright jewel been seen anywhere upon the earth. This must surely be a Rakshasa come in disguise. I suspect it is probably Maricha. In this world, in this material world, there is no real happiness available. There is no real happiness available. This is Dukkalayam Ashashvatam, the world of miseries. Dukkalayam Ashashvatam. This is Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi Dukkha Doshana Darshanam. But people trying to search for the happiness, when Krishna says Dukkalayam, but people think that, oh, there is happiness, I will run for it. But Lakshmana Guru says that there is no happiness on that, anywhere upon that. Of course, here just analogies and just comparing with the philosophy, what is happening. There is no real happiness in this material world. But we try to go on behind those things. If I get a good job, I will find the happiness. If I get a good house, I will be happy. If I get a nice family, children, if my children are getting good place in the good schools, I will be happy. But no, sir, no, Prabhupada no, sir, there is no real happiness. You will never ever be satiated by these things. But you're going in a wrong way. You're trying to catch something which is not the right thing. Spiritual master says. Okay, this must be surely a Rakshasa come in disguise. And then further, Lakshmana also tells that how Rama had spared Maricha's life previously. So here, in the whatever this miseries, in the Krishna says in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Bhayam Abhayam, Shubham Ashubham, everything comes from only Krishna only. Everything comes from Krishna only. So here, even though the good and evil both go parallelly, but otherwise, if only good is there, and people will be very lazy. If only bad is there, then people will not live there. But when they both are there, again there needs to be a realization as well. There should be a realization what is right, what is not right. Then only we can discriminate. Otherwise, it is not possible to discriminate. That's why demons and demigods both are there. So sometimes, even though we think that demons are killed, but Lord would not allow every demon to be killed as well. So they are also living entity. It is their nature. They do have a particular duty for themselves in their own way. Likewise, Lord also has spared Maricha. He has killed one of the sons of Tataki demon. He spared the Maricha's life. So this is Lakshmana is recalling. So this is about the number of times this Maricha has tried to one time is when Rama killed the I think Maricha's brother. He has also shot the arrow onto Maricha. He fell so many miles away during the Vishwamitra sacrifice. Later on, Maricha was keep on trying to attempt somewhere other bewilder Rama and harm him. He came in the Sharaba animal, but at the time Rama also killed his friends when they were in the Sharaba. Again, he retired from all his attempts and went to the ascetic. Now again, so this is what Lakshmana is recalling. Oh Rama, this wonderful animal has stolen my mind. Sorry, Sita is mentioning that. And here, whenever she says that, she stopped Lakshmana to say further. And here, what is that? Actually, the Sita was kept. Lakshmana was saying he knew the demon was capable of great mysticism and strongly suspected that some evil plan was afoot. But Sita was captivated. She interrupted Lakshman. Sita Mata interrupted Lakshman. If she has heard Lakshman words and understood little bit, at least contemplated, she would have stepped back. Okay, but now because she got attracted, she is trying to get it. This is called Jaito Vishyan Pumsaha Sangasteshu Pajayate Sanga Sanjayate Kamaha Kamot Krodho Abhichayate Krodot Bhavati Sammoha Sammoha Smriti Vibhramaha Smriti Vibhramshat Buddhinasho Buddhinashat Pranasyati. Where does that start? Pranasyati is the ending point. It is Jayato Vishayan. So contemplating on the material things. Oh, this would be very nice. Just contemplate one thought. How does that contemplation comes? When we see this engaging the senses in outside things. Oh, if I eat in this restaurant, it will be very nice. I will be happy. If I go to this forest, or I will be very happy. If I take my children to this place, it will be very nice. Different kinds of contemplations. It happens by while other people are doing so many other things in their own way. We also get attracted. I also wanted to do that. Contemplate. That is where it is contemplation comes into the picture. And then later on, Jhaito Vishan Pumsaha Sangastes Upajayate, and then you will have got more association, and because you are keep on thinking of it. Sangastes Upajayate, Sanga Sanjayate Kamaha, then the desire will sprout in the heart. I wanted to fulfill that. And then from that desire, anger also comes. Kama, Krodha, they are the brothers. Kama, and Krodha is the younger brother. Kama is the elder brother. This is also, Krodha is called Kama Anuja. Anuja is the brother. Kama Anujena Sahasa. This is again described in a different context. Okay, now Sita Mata got attracted for that one by contemplating got attracted to the beauty of the deer. She mentions, this wonderful animal has stolen my mind. Please fetch it to me. That is the karma has come into the picture. And then she has got some other plans, like I want to show it to my mothers-in-law and your brothers, and then when we go to Ayodhya, I will keep it as in the palace as a pet. So many other plans. I don't think that such a beautiful creature can be Rakshasa, my lord. I must possess it, this gentle animal. See how far it has gone, going into the Ayodhya and keeping into the palace as a pet and showing it to everyone else and then relishing. And for that purpose, already so many plans have been built up by just looking at it. So many plans already built up. This is Gandharva Nagaropamam, Avidhyarjita Gandharva Nagaropamam. Avidhyarjita Swapna Gandharva Nagaropamam. Avidya. By looking this is metal world attracts us like that. Gandharva Nagaropamam. Dhruv Maharaj uses that word. Okay, so and then further, Sita Mata, because she repeatedly beseeched Rama to capture the deer, which remained close by, Rama felt obligated to satisfy his wife. So now it doesn't matter whether wife is wanting a moon or something, a small thing, but husband is obligated to satisfy his wife. He turned to Lakshman. And then he is putting some statements here. What is going to happen? If it is a deer, I'll capture it. Otherwise, if it is a Rakshasa, I'll kill it. Okay, and then meanwhile, what is happening? And asking his brother to stand close to Sita and guard her while he was gone. So now the spiritual master come into the picture. And spiritual master's duty is to protect the disciple falling from the spiritual path. Okay, so now here Lakshmana is at Sita Mata. Lakshmana is guarding Sita Mata there, and Rama went towards the deer to get it. And whereas the deer, it has jumped and then it has gone deep into the forest. And then still Rama came to know that it is not ordinary one. He has killed it. And then he says that it is a demon. And in the original form, whenever it is killed, the real form will come into the picture, actual form. Like even Putana was a nicely decorated woman, and then came to Vrindavana, and when Krishna killed her, and then her original form was manifested. So when original form will be manifested? In the real times, when actually every time when we are in the pains, for example, I may be speaking to some people very nicely. Oh, my dear friend, you are always good, you're looking nice, and all those things. We will beautify the words, the way and our appearance and conversing those words, everything. But suddenly, when we are going on a street, immediately something is pricked in our feet. We say, Amma, something like that. Some sound comes. That is the original thing. But that will naturally, mother tongue will be spoken. Natural things will come out. But whenever devotee comes into Krishna, something like that, he says, Krishna, Hare Krishna, something like that. In the pains, in the hard times, he always remembers Hare Krishna. Oh, my dear Lord, Hare Krishna. He always thinks like that. But here, in the demon's position, he was assuming his real form, the gigantic form. It is his life. He crashed to the ground. He again assumed his actual form. And then further, he has got instructions from the Ravanasura. So whatever Ravana, and he is trying to do his duty. Maricha is trying to do his duty, what he has got from Ravanasura. And he says, Lakshman, help me, alas, Sita. He is calling. So what it means to us, we are also calling for. I am now most into. So here Maricha is now died. He's calling Lakshman. But it is imitation. He is imitating Lakshmana. Help me. Alas, Sita, like that. Okay, and then after seeing that one, now Rama is perplexed. What is going to happen? And immediately he's running now towards his hermitage. Okay, this is a different kinds of reflections we see. But I request, dear devotees, if you have got any questions or you wanted to share anything on this part, what is happening here, how Sita got attracted, and how Lakshmana was trying to advise, but his advice was interrupted, and again got more attracted to Dev and asking husband to fulfill the desire, and husband is going after it to get it. Okay, and then husband finds that it is not the right thing, and then trying now contemplating what is going to happen here at the home, and then in such a way the situation is like that. So thinking of Sita, he feared the worst. Okay, I request the devotees, if you have got any questions, kindly ask, or you wanted to share anything, kindly share. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
It's just what you said. It's not a question. It's what you said about our original true self will come out. And I really like that because at the moment I'm so conditioned by the Western world, in the sense that I say, oh God, but that Hare Krishna won't come out, if you know what I mean. It's like if something happens, it's like, oh God, but that Krishna word won't come out. So yeah, I was just thinking about that.
Yeah, it's just a practice. So Krishna. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes,
Sorry.
Mataji.
Yes, thank you for the wonderful explanation as to how this is actually. When we were reading this and listening to you, Prabhuji, I was thinking this is so much related in our day-to-day life. Every desire we have, we have so many desires to be fulfilled, and like example, I want a job. Okay, it doesn't end there. Next, I want a good salaried job. So our desires continue, and we run after those desires, and we try to be happy, but we are not happy. We want more and more. And this particular what we read today is so much related to our day-to-day life, and also to when reading when you said about our mother tongue, we say something which is a natural form. And as Jai Mataji said, oh God, if something happens, we say, oh God. That also happens with me, honestly, saying that if something happens, I say, oh God. And we don't say, oh Krishna. So this is something which I would like to learn, and remember Krishna in not just bad times or in difficulty, but also in good times, and keeping Krishna in the center of everything. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Very nice reflection, Mataji. Thank you so much. Yes, when either desires come, apuryamanam achala pratistam samudramapah pravishanti yadvat tadbhat kamayam pravishanti sarve sasantimapnoti nakamakami. And whenever who is steady like the ocean, even though निर्हंकृतिः निर्ममशा निर्द्वन्द्वः समुद्रक्वदृक् प्रत्यक् प्रशान्तद्धिर्धीरः प्रशान्तोर्मि इवोदधिः. This is again about Kadama Prajapati, how he has restrained himself, controlled all of his senses. And here Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, so he says, Apuryamanam achala pratistam samudramapaha pravishanti yadvat. As the ocean, so many rivers are entering into the ocean, but ocean does not move, it does not feel complete. Even though, likewise, so many desires are coming into our mind, and who is trying to restrain from them? He is able to attain the peace, not the other person who is trying to fulfill those desires. Some people, okay, where it starts, I wanted to get a job. Okay, job is done. I want now what should I do with the money? I will put some savings or buy a land or buy a home. Okay, buy a home. It is a need. And then once you got I need to fill the house with all the objects, furniture, so many things, buy this one and that one, beautifying it. Now we have got all those things. Now, because this house, I need a car. Because I have car, I need to always every day fill the fuel. If I don't, and then because my body is now getting used to sit and comfort, so many diseases. I need to find the hospital. So many. It is a chain of so many activities. Chain of activities. It will never ever be stopped. Buddhamoolamadasyakam ashwaddham prahuravayam chandansyasya parnani yastam veda savedhavet. So this is again Krishna says this where does this ends? No one can understand. But its root is in the spiritual world. One side is called Pravritti Marga, another side is the Nivritti Marga. Nivritti Marga where we stop fulfilling the desires, personal desires. But for Krishna's sake, we can desire anything. Oh Krishna, I will do this for you. Oh Krishna, I will work for you. Oh Krishna, I will give this to you. Yat karosh, yat dasnas, yat judohi dadasi, yat tapasvasi kaunteya kurushva madarpanam. Everything for Krishna only. That is devotee's life. But still activities are going on. Desires are there for the sake of Krishna. Everything for Krishna. But when it is for ourselves, it will create so many reactions. That is where people are entangled. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very nicely explained, Mataji. Contemplating and reflecting. Any other questions? Lalita Mataji, you wanted to share anything?
No, Prabhuji, I'm good. Thank you. She explained very well. Yeah, thank you. Both of you explained very well. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji. Raji Lakshmi Mataji, you wanted to add anything? Asha Mataji, wanted to add anything, Mataji?
No, Prabhuji.
Okay, thank you so much. Any other questions, dear devotees? Okay, if there are no further questions or no sharings, then we may conclude our session with Ramayana for today, and we shall continue this one on the next Sunday. If you are all happy, then we shall conclude and continue with further japa.
Thank you, Prabhu, for nice class. Very nice for Ramayana.
Sorry, Mataji, could you please repeat?
Thank you, Prabhu. It was nice when he said that when Ram went to fulfill the Sita's desire that Sita wants, and then like in the material also, sometimes husband always try to make a wife happy, but it's not always happen.
Yes, Mataji. So desires will come and they will take us far from Krishna.
Yes.
So we must always pray that, oh my dear Lord, just please keep me at your lotus feet. This is again Krishnatwadiya Padapankaja Panjarantam Adjaiva me Vishitu Manasa Rajaham Saham. So please keep this my mind at your lotus feet. This is Manasa Rajahamsaha.
The mind always it goes here and there very chanchal.
Yes, Mataji.
So yeah, we have to keep trying and forcing the mind to go in the right place.
Yes, it is always yeto nischalati manah chanchalam astiram. It is always flickering, achanchalam.
Yeah, yeah,
You need to make it achanchala instead of chanchala.
Mhm. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. When we fix it, then we will be able to remember Krishna. So if we say, oh God, gods will be confused. Who is the God? Something like that.
Yeah, I say Mataji say, oh God.
Well,
So,
either it is
sometimes they say
in
Ram Ram. Something happens, they say, oh Ram Ram.
yes, Mataji. Yes,
Yeah,
that is
but
it is
it's
Krishna,
very hard. Mm-hmm. It's a Krishna.
Krishna consciousness. Specific. We need to be specific. Like when
Very
God,
few sometimes we say, oh Sitaram, Sitaram. But sometimes, so there's, when here they say, bless you. When somebody has a sneeze or anything, they say, bless you. They say, Sitaram, Sitaram.
yes,
Okay.
so this is prana prayana sameka pavate pittaihi kantavarodhana vidho smaranam kutaste. Whether we will be able to remember, we do not know whether because kala pasha vasham gataha. Vachyamanopi na brute. Even though he wanted to say something, but na brute kala pasha vasham gataha. His tongue, it has reduced, it has lost its strength. It cannot twist. There is no wetness also on the tongue because he cannot. The senses during the last time, every sense will gradually stop working. Even though he wanted to do, but he cannot do. But Krishna says that Antakale cha mam eva smaran muktva kalevaram yah prayad samudbhavam yati nasti atra samsayaha. But whoever remembers and the last time, they will come back to me without any doubt. This is Ante Narayana Smritihi. Janmalabha Parupumsam Ante Narayana Smritihi. Remembering the Lord. For that a simple thing we practice throughout of life. Tasmat Sarveshu Kaleshu Mam Anusmara Idhicha Mayarpita Manobuddhir Mam Yevaishasi Asamsayaha. Then when we engage ourselves, then naturally the last moment we call it Krishna like that. But here we call with intention, not like accidentally like Ajamela calling Narayana as his son, but still Lord comes, but we wanted to call Krishna with love. For that one we practice. This is the lifetime practice. Like Lord Brahma, he was also meditated completely, spending all of his time to relay for the absolute truth. And then apasyata, it is antarhudaya avabhatam apasyata yennapurvam. He could see the truth and the Lord in his heart, what he was not able to see before. But and in our life, do we have got a desire to see the Lord? Then we will put our steps. When we are completely convicted, then we put our steps. Still, when we have got some doubts, do I need to do all 16 rounds? I don't have time. Let me do only 2 runs or something like that. Still, we are not completely convicted on that. The words of the Lord. But still, we do in the engage. But all our materialistic plans they will be cut to the pieces. Loko vikarma niritaha kushale pramattaha karmanyem twadvudite bhavadachine sve yastavadasya balvaniha jivitasham sadhya chinati animishaya namostu tasmai. So there is no harm while carrying out the duties, but without attachment to them as a matter of duty. स्वधर्माचरणं शिक्षा विधर्माच निवर्तनं दैवालब्धेन सन्तोष आत्मविचरणार्चनम् ग्राम्यधर्म निवृत्तिश्च मोक्षधर्म रतिस्तदा मितमेज्य अधनं शश्वत् विभुक्तक्षेम सेवनम् Gramya dharma should be stopped. Moksha dharma should be continued. Then, controlling the mind, all activities will be spiritualized. Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhu, for reflection. Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, we shall conclude. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंतकोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय हरे कृष्ण
Hare
का
Krishna.
Say Hari Bol to Prabhu.
Yes, Hari. Yes, I was just going to say thank you so much. Yeah, Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Haribo.
Hari Bol to all the dear devotees. Thank you for giving your time and valuable association. The moment of devotees association, it is more valuable than the liberation.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much for the wonderful session today. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद
Madrish, good morning.
हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण कृष्ण
Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare
हरे
Ram,
हरे
Hare
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण राम राम
Hare Krishna, Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम
Hare
राम
Krishna,
हरे हरे
Krishna,
हरे
Krishna.
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम
Hare
हरे
Krishna Krishna
हरे
Hare
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण
Hare
कृष्ण